with our hospitals. Catherine mentioned it there in the news headlines. And it seems that there are questions here, cancer patients especially, waiting too long for treatment. Also, in addition to that, not enough nurses and staff needing more training. This is all according to the Care Quality Commission. Throughout the day, we've been getting lots of information in from people like you about your scenarios when it comes to dealing with the hospitals of Oxfordshire. Simon Lord has also had his fair share of issues. Simon, you're from Cholsey. Come into the studio. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what happened to you, because you were diagnosed with cancer.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Well, I was referred for investigation to prostate cancer in the middle of June, but it wasn't until the end of August that I was actually offered a range of treatments.
Yeah. Now, we should say that there is a fairly well-known set of deadlines to be met when somebody is shows up showing signs of cancer.
Indeed. There are two targets that came into play. There's a 15-day target for your first appointment having been referred by your GP, and the Churchill met that on time. But there also starts running, when you're referred by your GP, a 62-day target for your first treatment. Now, if, as I became, you are a surgical patient, that implies that your diagnosis has got to be made fairly quickly in order that you're ready for surgery and have had that surgery by the 62-day target. And as it happened, I wasn't even offered the treatment until day 71.
Were you aware of all these deadlines as this was going on?
Not at all. And I'm not even sure that there was an awful lot of will within the urology department to work within them at the time.
The treatment has been forthcoming in the end.
In the end, yes. I actually took myself to Guy's in London and had it done there.
Really?
Yes.
And any explanations offered by the NHS here in Oxfordshire?
Apologies, but nothing substantive, and to date, no significant improvements in terms of performance. I started looking into this in some depth, and under the Freedom of Information Act, I asked for historical data going back to the beginning of 2009 for prostate cancer, or rather urology cancer patients, most of whom are prostate cancer patients, but not all, and also for breast cancer patients, because about the same number are diagnosed with each, and they're about as fatal as each. Breast cancer slightly more so. And what's disappointing is that breast cancer patients get very well treated at the Churchill. The targets are always achieved. They're sort of 98, 99% compliance. Urology cancer patients are much lower down the scale, and depending on the month, we're talking about 2/3, maximum 3/4 getting through on time.
And you think that's still the situation now?
I know it's still the situation because the data I got up to the end of September last year shows it.
OK. Thank you very much for coming in and explaining a little bit about your experience with